Good morning, everyone. It looks like we have a few people still looking for a place to sit, and there are plenty of seats in the middle, toward the back. Feel free to sit in any of those open pews there. Good morning again. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Reverend Nichols, and I'm your school chaplain. And I look forward to seeing you in chapel next week at the lower school, the middle school, and the upper school. But twice a year, we get to all gather together in this historic space, which has been part of the Moravian family since 1803. So I told the upper school this week that I think about this space as like Moravian Academy's grandmother. This space has been around a long time. It's elegant and beautiful. We take special care of it. We bring the best versions of ourselves to it. And when we're here, we're connected to all of those people who come before us and who helped shape who we are in this moment. But we're also connected to all the people who will come after us as we think about all the ways we are becoming and growing and meeting new energy and new ideas and change and progress in our world. I just want to tell you a few things about this space so that if this is your very first time here or you need a little refresher, or you know everything you need to know. The first thing is that if there's any kind of emergency and we need to leave this space in the middle of the service, there are 4 exits. There are 2 behind me, and then there are 2 behind you. So 2 in the back and 2 in the front. If you need help at any point in the service, if you're not feeling well or you need an adult, just please stand and go to the back of the sanctuary. That's the back of the sanctuary behind you. If you need a bathroom during the service, the bathroom is located through this door on your right down the bottom of the stairs. So out this side of the out this door here and down the bottom of the stairs. Everyone should have, or most of us should have, a bulletin. The service follows in the bulletin. Everything you need to read is in here. We love participation and encourage participation, but if you know, nobody's required to participate, so you're welcome to be silent and respectful of your neighbor. We love joining in together too, and so we celebrate and encourage that. I think about this space and its long history and how many people it has welcomed and sheltered over the years. And I think about, the word chapel that we use to refer to this space, although this space we call Central Moravian Church, the little space next door we call the Old Chapel. But a chapel is a place you gather. It's also a service that you participate in. So sometimes we think about the things in the program. This is chapel. The songs are chapel. The readings are chapel. Ms. Finley's Odell's message that we're going to hear in a few minutes, that's chapel. But I actually think that the most important space that chapel happens is inside each of you. That chapel is inside of us. Chapel is your reflection. It's your taking in some new ideas and thinking about them maybe in a new way. It's your thinking about your own story, bringing your own story into this space, thinking about the stories that you hear and how they connect to your story. And in that way, chapel is brand new every time. Like, we create this space together. We are the space. We are chapel. And for our first graders and our second graders and our third graders, that's a lot of big words. So think about it this way. Imagine you're drawing a picture, and you're drawing something on a big piece of paper, and you have some of your favorite crayons or markers or whatever you like to draw with, and then a friend comes and they start to draw next to you on your big piece of paper. Are you imagining that with me? And then another friend comes and they start to draw next to you on the piece of paper too. And so pretty soon, there's 650 people drawing on this giant piece of paper. And we're each drawing our own picture. And each one of our pictures is beautiful. But we're also drawing one big picture together, and all together we are also beautiful. And we might not use the same crayons or the same markers, we might not draw in the same way, but somehow all of those pictures, each one that's beautiful, comes together in this giant mural that we create together in this space, and that's chapel. I can't wait to talk to you more about this as the year goes on next door in our old chapel and at the upper school in the auditorium. We start with an invocation, which asks God to be present with us. It also invokes the best version of ourselves, our love and respect for each other in this space as we gather. Please rise. Our invocation this morning comes from Unitarian Universalist tradition in a meditation by Reverend Penny Hackett Evans. Each of us brings a separate truth here. We bring the truth of our own life, our own story. We don't come as empty vessels. We come as full people, people who have our own story and our own truth. We seek to add to our truths and to add to our stories. This room is rich with truth, rich with experience. All manner of people are here, needy, bored, anxious, hungry, excited, nostalgic, joyful. We all bring our truth with us. May we all recognize the story in each other's lives. And may we hear and honor the truth that these stories offer. Together we have truths. Together we have a story. Together we create community. Please be seated.
The Lord be with you. Let us pray. Take into your hands, O God, this school and each member of it. Make it a place after your own heart. Help us to cast out all that is false or unclean. Give us a true desire to serve one another that shall grow in the days to come. Into a wider desire to serve one another the world over. Make us lovers of our homes, loyal to our country, and faithful to our church. Grant that all of us, young and old, may strive onward to the beauty and the lives in front of us, that through us your kingdom may be built on earth. Amen.
The following people celebrate birthdays between August 25th and September 3rd. If I call your name, please rise. On the historic downtown campus, happy birthday to Mir Imran in first grade, Alder Khan in second grade, Liam Villa in seventh grade, and Yetta Wiedemann, Rian Parikh, Alistair Williams, and Addison Kellerman in 8th grade. On the Merle Smith campus, happy birthday to Tyler Shankweiler, Owen Dowdle, Oliver Feltimo, Harrison Vizick, Talia Fantozzi, and Vicky Sanchez. On our faculty and staff, happy birthday to Mrs. Miller and Senor Yarrington. And if anyone else present celebrates a birthday this week, please also rise. Let us pray. Watch over your children, Lord, as their days increase. Bless and guide them wherever they may be, keeping them unspotted from the world. Strengthen them when they stand, comfort them when discouraged or sorrowful, raise them up when they fall. And in their hearts, may your peace, which passes all understanding, rest upon them and guide them all the days of their lives. Amen. Please rise and sing together. Our opening hymn is printed in your bulletin.
Please be seated. Please join in our responsive reading adapted from the Moravian Book of Worship. Divine Teacher, to you we commend all who learn, infants tasting and touching, children exploring play, youth exploring and challenging, and adults continuing the quest. In the disciplined mastery of subject and skill, in the reflection of life experience, in the practical wisdom of long years, at every age and in every circumstance of life. Guide us in our study of creation and in pursuit of the truth. Give us patience, understanding, and openness of heart and mind. Give to our parents and teachers your wisdom and thoughts, that with love and understanding they may guide to maturity the young lives entrusted to their care. Bless all those responsible for education in our community and world, teachers and administrators, custodians and clerks, students and families. For all the diversity of human study and knowledge, for science and art, for literature and drama, for labor and play, for all the teaching experiences of life, we give you thanks.
The following is from Islamic tradition in the Hadith of Muslim. On the day of judgment, God will come to you and say to you, "My child, when I was sick, when I was poor, when I was in need, why didn't you come and take care of me?" You will reply, "My Lord, how could I visit you when you are the Lord of the universe?" And God will say, "Didn't you know that my servant so-and-so was sick, was poor, was in need, and yet you didn't visit him? Didn't you know that if you had visited him, if you had taken care for that person in need, you would have found me there also?"
The following is from Christian tradition in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25. One day, all the nations will be gathered before the Lord, and he will sort people out one from another, just like a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will put the sheep at his right hand and the goats at the left. Then the king will say to those at his right hand, "Come and be blessed. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was shivering, and you gave me clothing. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me." Then those sheep are going to say, "Lord, what are you saying? When did we ever see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we welcome you or visit you or care for you when you were sick?" Then the king will say, "I'm telling you the solemn truth. Whenever you did one of these things to someone overlooked or ignored, that was me. You did it to me."
What if? Two powerful words. The words "what if" are an invitation to creativity, to create together, to dare to imagine something special. Welcome, students, parents who are watching from afar, our faculty and staff, all of us as we gather here together in community in the shared space as we begin a new school year together. My name is Adrienne Finley Odell, and I have the great privilege to serve as head of school of Moravian Academy, and it's so wonderful to have all of us start the year here together. This is a shared experience and a cherished tradition for our school. We are not here by chance. There is a reason we are each here. We may have all come here for different reasons. However, much of what we gain here is shared communally in community. But none of us would be here today were it not for a 16-year-old girl, 16, who 283 years ago dared to imagine. She asked herself that question, what if? What if there were a school for girls here in Pennsylvania? A school for girls. In fact, the very first school for girls in the US colonies. And I say in the colonies because we were not even a nation yet, right? 1742. Countess Benigna Zinzendorf was that young girl who came here from Germany with her father, Count Nicholas von Zinzendorf, who along with David Nitschmann and a small group of pioneers helped to launch our city of Bethlehem for Moravians in hope of a new life, escaping religious persecution in Europe to imagine something new, something better. At 16, young Benigna had the confidence to design a school founded on Moravian principles of educating the heart as well as the brain, stressing kindness, strong values and character, and community, along with the key subjects of math, science, English, and more. And today, nearly 300 years later, what young Benigna created is part of a designation with global recognition. Today, we are sitting in a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known all over the world and recognized that way. So much has changed over all this time. However, with all that has evolved in our school, one of the things that is special that we maintain are the fundamentals of what makes Moravian, well, Moravian. A community full of wonderful traditions that strives to make students, families, alumni, teachers, and staff feel like you belong as part of this special place, part of this community. Last year, in an effort to better capture the essence, we asked all of you which core values were most important to our school as we wanted to foster an even stronger community built on those values. And wouldn't you know it, community came up as number one. It was the number one choice of our teachers and staff, our alumni and parents. While it was not number one for students, your choice was creativity, community came in number two for you. And I have to tell you, I love that the students chose creativity as your number one core value, followed by community. But what does a school look like? What does it feel like in a place that values community at the heart of all that we do? And what if we asked ourselves the question always, am I prioritizing community when faced with a difficult decision? Am I prioritizing community when interacting with teachers, students, parents, or alumni? Even, am I prioritizing community when I'm planning my day? Clearly, community is already a cherished value here at Moravian, but what if we made a real commitment to lift up that value of community as a lens and framework for all of our other core values, for our programs, for our development plans, for everything that we do? In the book, The Energy of Belonging by Wendy Gates Corbett, she writes about respect and connection being key building blocks of belonging. These can be evidenced by actively including others and seeking their input in group discussions, embracing diverse perspectives, and being aware of all the identities and experiences someone possesses. And when we create this kind of space, it feels like an environment where individuals are free to express themselves openly and honestly without fear, and you feel seen and heard. In fact, it feels peaceful. Romans 12:18 tells us, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. A number of years ago, I lived in Hawaii, and I attended a church there. I loved it for so many reasons, but one of the reasons I especially loved it is it had a preschool there where my daughter attended. That's where she started her formative years. And she was a child who did not know a stranger. Despite being in Hawaii, her standout blonde hair among Hawaiian, Japanese, Filipino, Pacific Islanders, she did stand out in that class. But she fit right in because she made peace with everyone. And it was actually a fundamental value of that church. And one of the things that I loved is at the close of every church service, we held hands across the pews and we sang a song, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." Some of you may know this. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. And when we got to the final line of "Let it begin with me," we held our hands and we raised them up in our shared commitment to owning that it does begin with each of us to create that peace. And it often felt so impactful to me, it was so emotional, that I often had tears in my eyes because it just had such a deep resonance with me. And you could feel that powerful sense of community in the room with each other and the Spirit of God holding all of us together. What if it really did begin with me? The words "let it begin with me" reminded me that it is really up to me to create the peaceful, loving environment that I wanted to be part of in a community. And I actually had the power to make that possible. And the power of community is right here at Moravian Academy. Our school's vision, immersed in a community that values creativity, curiosity, love, and understanding. Our students seek to answer the questions. If you know them, say them with me. Who am I, and who can I become? If we as a community value creativity, curiosity, love, and understanding, what should that look like? What should that feel like? I have to believe that if Benigna were here today in this church, she would take great pride in a school that has grown to become Moravian Academy from the school she first launched. Her dream lives on in all of us, all of you, but her dream will reach its full potential if we stay true to the anchors of love and understanding, of spreading peace, of staying curious, of embracing creativity. And it's up to each of us to create heaven on earth right here. That's our charge. Because we are creators of community. That's our all-school theme today, and you're all year. And you're going to hear it today and tomorrow and the next day all year, because we own that. We create community. So I'm going to end my remarks where I began, with that question, what if? Leaving you to ponder. I'll ask you to think about what if. And let's have an amazing year, all of us, and please embrace with me being creators of community. So we're going to rise together and sing our final hymn in your bulletin.
It's almost time. After I share the closing reading, what Moravians call the benediction, we will move out of the sanctuary and up the hill to the flagpole. So I'm going to give some directions before we do the benediction. Students in grades 1 through 5, follow your teachers out this door. Students in grades 6 through 8, follow your teachers out this door. And students in grades 9 through 12, follow your teachers out the back 2 doors. One of our long-standing traditions following opening chapel is to sing the alma mater at the flagpole. As part of our ongoing commitment as creators of community, the community was involved in helping us adopt a new alma mater for the 3 campuses of the school today. We are beginning our year, however, with our existing alma mater, and during Alumni Weekend, Faculty, Family Love Feast, and Country Fair, we will reveal and learn the new anthem. Many of you know the words to our current alma mater very well, and if not, however, they are printed in your program, so bring it with you if you need them. If you know it by heart, be sure to drop your program in a recycle bin on the way out. Please don't leave them in the pews. When we arrive at the flagpole, your teachers and advisors will show you where to stand. Be ready to sing the alma mater and welcome in the new school year with a hip hip hooray. After we raise the flag, students from downtown campus should follow your teachers back to your classrooms, and students from the Merrill Smith campus follow your advisor down the hill to Church Street to reboard the bus you came on. Today's benediction is from the Hindu tradition in the Rig Veda. We have assembled, deliberated, and resolved together. Now, let us be united. Let us speak in harmony. Let our minds comprehend alike. Let our prayers be shared. Let us be unified in our feelings unified in our intentions and unified in the wishes of our hearts, that there may be true community among us. Go in peace.